Hi students, we all know that history of English literature for qualifying any examination or to take a very good shape in your intellectual background, always remember you have to understand what is history. इतिहास क्या कहता है अंग्रेजी साहित्य का? And for getting deep into the richness of English literature, whether it is to qualify TGT or UPSC, you have to be commanding the history of English literature. With that insight, with that issue in mind, today the topic which I have taken is Charlotte Bronte, a topic, a novelist who is loved by every aspirant, every student of English, professors, scholars, a great name in the canvas of English literature. And if we talk about the students of BA, MA, IGNOU, UPSC or any examination, as history is an important part, it is a compulsory part. So that is why this comes under all the roofs. So everybody can enjoy this session and as per your need, get the gems out of it. Now, Charlotte Bronte, a big name in the history of English literature, she broke a new ground in the history of English novel. She broke a new ground in the history of English novel. The very first line which you will speak, which you can write, is this. And the novelist, following the example of Jane Austen, had chosen to portray the manners and the ways of social life. It means that Charlotte Bronte studied or took the example of this great novelist Jane Austen and then chose to portray how she had reflected the manners and the ways of social life in her novels. The novelist had undergone no revolution of mind or soul. They were still faithful to the 18th century. Still engrossed by the outward spectacles, even fascinated by life's multitudinous variety, exhilarated by its humors, if not unendurably touched by its pathos, but as yet unawake to the call of the deeper imagination, accustomed to look within, unable, as Carlyle said of Scott, to go beneath the skin and get to the heart. This Charlotte Bronte was dissatisfied. ये बिल्कुल भी satisfied नहीं थी with the work of those novelists who made no attempt to probe the inner recesses of the heart and the soul. She replaced the literature and even the novel of manners by the novel of spirit and the inner life of the soul. In short, I can say that a literature of manners was to give place to the literature of spirit, as to say about the novels of Charlotte Bronte. In her novels, the soul, Atma hoti hai na, the soul was at last awake to its own existence and its relations to a complex and perhaps inscrutable universe. Charlotte Bronte looked into her heart and wrote of things she had intimately known. And there is no doubt about it that she was a novelist of passion and intense life. A novelist of passion and intense life. Charlotte Bronte, undoubtedly and essentially the novelist of passion and intensity, and her comment on Jane Austen's novels exhibits her dissatisfaction with what? With a passionless life. Even I remember in one of her novels, somewhere I had read that Charlotte Bronte had remarked about Jane Austen and written in quote unquote that she means Jane Austen, she ruffles her reader by nothing vehement, disturbs him by nothing profound. The passions are perfectly unknown to her, means she's talking about Jane Austen. She rejects even a speaking acquaintance with that stormy sisterhood. So, what Jane Austen lacked was supplied by Charlotte Bronte. She treated of love and passion with a new angle. Before her, the treatment of sexual love had been of two kinds, do prakar ka. As a scarcely tempestuous affection between man and wife on the one hand, and as a healthy animal sensuality, such as we find in Tom Jones on the other hand. But passion, as the romantic poets have expressed it, something transcending sensuality, because a blending of the spiritual and physical was unknown. Where love between man and woman is concerned, what is new in Charlotte Bronte is precisely such a passage as I will just tell you a few lines from Jane Eyre. In quote unquote, Jane Eyre mein hai, no sooner did I see his attention was riveted on them, some ladies, that I might gaze without being observed, than my eyes were drawn. I could not keep their lids under control. They would rise and their lids would fix upon him. So such was the passage which was demarcated by Charlotte Bronte. Now, apart from this novelist of passion and intense life, she was known for her limited range of her novels. limited range of her. This is also an important point. In one respect, Charlotte Bronte resembled Jane Austen. एक मामले में तो वो नज़दीक थी Jane Austen के. And what was that? It was in the limited range of their experience and their knowledge of life. Charlotte Bronte's novels are not rich in presenting a wide view of life such as Henry Fielding has presented in his works. And the same matter is repeated by her in Jane Eyre and even that novel Will It. There is a family likeness in all the novels of Charlotte Bronte. There is empathetically a recurring pattern in Charlotte's literary carpet. अगर हम उनके मैटर को देखें as regards their matter, Yorkshire and Brussels, the governess, the tutor, the schools are often repeated. They are even interwoven with the cleric and the mill owners. And in manner, a similar recurrence occurs for all in the novels except Shirley. The story is told in the first person. And a deeper unity is achieved by the consistent theme. There is always the conflict between high integrity and worldliness. Now, one thing I was actually missing, which just came to my mind immediately, and that is, while teaching it clicked my mind, and that is, the novels of Charlotte Bronte are autobiographical in character. Autobiographical in it is autobiographical in character. They are fragments from their personal life. They are free transcripts of what she herself went through, or you can say witnessed at a very close range. Autobiography of the introspective and self-revealing kind. Charlotte Bronte maintained that she described reality in her novels, but some scholar, some critic has said the one reality she thoroughly knew was herself and her little world. She tried to reach what might be called the sensations of the soul, but these were the only sensations that actually interested her a lot. Fine. So this was actually, a sum up, a description about Charlotte Bronte. How you will reconstruct Charlotte Bronte in the beginning if you have to write the answers or to answer any at the interview. This session, whatever I have described about the plot, the theme, about Charlotte Bronte, about his autobiographical, about his passion, about her passion, and the details, I am very much sure you will like the session. And my dear students who wish to be a part, they can join the live classes, the recorded batches, the test series, the crash course book, and even the crash course classes for the next examinations to